Super excited to be here. This is like our fifth time maybe at Southeastern, and we're excited to have this partnership because you can get 15 hours of college credit without sitting right here, which is just beautiful. It's awesome. So I wanted to, many of you guys know a lot about the semester. Many of y'all, 5 of you are already either accepted or close to being accepted or missing one piece of your application. So I just wanted to walk through a little bit about what the semester's like, and I think it would be great to have these guys just share a little bit, because they're the first that have come from Southeastern, sitting right here last year, and then to go to the semester and then come back and be able to tell you a little bit about what the semester's kind of all about, what they learned, what God taught them on the semester, what was different than maybe what they expected, because I think that's an important piece of the puzzle. So this semester, we've been doing the semester, this is our 10th year, which is exciting for us, the 10-year anniversary of the wilderness semester. And it's changed a little bit over the years. But basically, you come to North Carolina for the full semester. It took us about 10 hours to get here. We're in Western North Carolina, so we're 2 hours from Asheville, 2 hours from Atlanta, 2 hours from Knoxville, 2 hours from Chattanooga. 2 hours from everywhere, but in the middle of nowhere. You come to us for a full semester, like September to December, or in the spring, it lasts, February to May? Stay with us for a full semester. The semester, the way it is broken up into different sections. The sections are roughly 2 weeks apiece, with a couple of days off in between. Most of the sections you're out in the woods. Some of the sections you're based at our camp. Now you'll see the website here. It says Snowbird Wilderness Outfitters. That's the larger camp that Old School is based out of. So Old School is, if you go on Snowbird's website, under Wilderness Semester there, that's where you can see all about it. So we'll be based out of the camp there. The camp's a really big camp. They can house 650 people there at camp. So basically, you'll have a cabin while you're there that'll be like a home base. And then in addition, we have an Old School building that's just dedicated for us on the campus. But on the campus, there's zip lines and climbing towers and all kinds of stuff. There's tons of good outdoor rec all around. So you'll start in September and end in December. You'll spend the first couple of days on campus, being in the Old School building, in the cabins, just kind of learning a little bit. And then we will go, for this fall, we'll go straight out for backpacking. Backpacking is kind of like the foundations course. That's where you learn a lot of the skills for the rest of the semester. All the skills that you're going to need for sea kayaking, climbing, and stuff. Things that are going to kind of be the foundation so you can build these other activities off of. So you spend 2 weeks backpacking. Really beautiful area. And we'll go out into, we'll start in the Nantahala National Forest, and then we'll hit the Pisgah National Forest, go into 2 different wilderness areas, the Middle Prong Wilderness and the Shining Rock Wilderness. And really, you'll travel about 80 miles-ish on this backpacking course, but you're walking every day. So you're carrying everything you need in your backpack. And P.S., all the gear, we'll talk about that later, but we'll take care of all the gear. You just bring your clothes, boots, and a sleeping bag, stuff like that. So then if you have gear in addition, you can bring that, if you want to use your own backpack. We'll talk about gear a little more in a minute. So we'll start out and just travel together. So you'll learn kind of the basics starting out, like how to camp, how to leave no trace. All of you will be, if you do the semester, you'll be leave no trace trainers at the end of it. So that's another certification you're on. But you'll spend 2 weeks just traveling. You'll hike every day, learning how to pack your pack well, kind of the ABCs of packing. Because our goal is that you'll be able to lead backpacking trips with your friends, with your family, whoever in the future. So you'll travel every day, and then every night you'll stop. You'll set up camp, and you'll cook your own meals. And so you can get, a lot of people are like, what is the food? That's the thing I need to know. And that, for me, I did a wilderness semester back in 01. I'm super old. So I did a wilderness semester back in 01. And for me, that was the main question. I was like, well, what's the food? Like, the food. And so, man, you're only limited by your creativity. So you can make all kind of stuff. What's the best meal y'all made while you're out there?
Pizza casserole.
Pizza casserole, all right.
You didn't hear that story?
No.
We made a gumbo with using all the leftover, got a little bit of tuna, got a little bit of salmon, put all the seasonings in there. Yeah, we'll throw rice and beans, and I think we might even put some noodles in there too. And it turned out really good.
Nice.
It actually was one of the best meals that we made.
Our stir fry rice on sea kayaking, that was pretty good.
Fried Oreos.
Yes, fried Oreo, peanut butter cake. That was pretty good. Yeah.
Pizza casserole was when we tried to make a thick crust pizza with the bread dough. It took it took so long. It was like an hour, and Shelby was complaining the entire time because it was taking so long, and it looked like a mess, and everybody was making fun of us. And then we actually took it off the fire, and it was perfectly baked, and it tasted beautiful, and everybody said it was
great.
That was great.
Yeah, you can get out there and make calzones, or you can do. My favorite is we made a lentil chili with cornbread, because you got these you got a pot, but you also got like a fry bake. So you actually make a fire on top of the pan and set it on the stove, and it'll bake. But it depends. Every semester gets different ingredients. So you may be making stuff, and another semester be like, you make what? So every semester gets a little different. But anyway, so you're learning how to cook your own meals. You're also learning the foundations of using a map and compass, and then you'll each kind of, starting with the leadership training of it, you'll each get to be the leader of the day. Starting out on backpacking, where you'll be able to say, all right, here's where we're going, here's how we're going to get there, and kind of taking care of the group throughout the day. Like reading the map and saying, all right, we're going to end up here, so here's how we need to get there. Just kind of taking care of the group, making sure everybody's drinking and doing good in the group. So we'll travel. You go up, the first few days are in the deep woods, and you'll end up on this big ridge, and you can see forever and ever and ever. It's awesome. You can see off to Looking Glass, which is a huge granite dome, provided that it's not foggy that day. And you can see 2 or 3 big granite domes that are just unbelievable. It's like the High Sierras over there. It's really beautiful. And you'll see Shining Rock, which is like this, at the top of the mountain, it's like this dome of quartz. It's like shining white rock. It's really crazy. Anyway, so you'll go down, you'll go way up high on the ridge. It'll get pretty cold that first section. But then you'll drop 3,000 feet down to a riverbed, and it'll be a lot warmer. You'll walk up, there are plenty of swimming holes and things like that, and you'll make your way around, and we'll resupply you on day 9. There's a portion of that section where we'll split up the guys and the girls, just so that you are able to bond with your group and able to tackle more guy-specific and girl-specific issues there. P.S. All the tent groups are guys only and girls only. There's no, so you don't have to worry about stuff like that. So that's kind of backpacking. You'll learn a lot of great skills while you're out there. The second section is more of a in-town section. So on this in-town section, you'll be sleeping in a cabin. You'll have Wi-Fi in the old school building. You'll have a couple of days off in between the one section and another. So on those days off, you'll be responsible for getting your own meals and stuff. We're taking care of all the food on course, but on your days off, you can go to town, go to Zaxby's, go wherever. Do y'all know what Zaxby's is? Yeah. Yes and no. Okay. Just check. So you'll be able to do that. Call your parents. Yes, ma'am.
Is this the woofer, or is this the whitewater rafting section?
Days off, but they're fixing to get to the whitewater rafting
So
section.
where's the woofer fall this semester?
So Woofer next?
It'll be first this year.
Oh, Woofer will be first this year.
I like that design.
The order changes year to year as well. So this year you'll actually start with the Woofer. So I'll describe that one next. The Woofer is a 9-day medical course, for wilderness medicine. Because here, if somebody gets hurt real bad, call 911. Done. What do you do if you are 2 days in the woods and way away, somebody breaks their femur? What do you do if somebody breaks multiple ribs or has a punctured lung out in the woods? So kind of worst of the worst case, but it does happen a lot. So this course is designed to teach you how to deal with that. When I did a wilderness semester, I thought, well, I'm not going to enjoy that section, but the others I'll enjoy. And it was one of my favorites. I loved it. I really loved it. So we'll actually put you in some pretty realistic scenarios where you'll have to treat people with wounds and carry them from this place to that place. And so it's a really cool certification. When you get done with that certification, it's a 3-year certification. It's kind of a pass-fail certification. So you have to pass physical skills and a written test. Yes, ma'am?
3 or 2?
3.